Hello and welcome to Japanese Garden Bristol. Okay, so this is a project I am doing through the summer. It was arranged to be done through the winter because it was going to be quite a big project, and I've decided not to do the big project because of the safety reasons. And what it is, originally what I want to do is replace these railings. I built this about 7 years ago, and under a year after building it I didn't like the railings, so it's been there quite a long time and I've been wanting to replace them ever since. Okay, so it's now the 23rd of July 2024, and I was all set to do it in the winter like I said, and I can't do the ones I want because they got big gaps in, and it's the Japanese railings. I'll put a picture up here. It's the Japanese railings and they got massive gaps, so we got grandchildren and the grandchildren are playing in this area. They got a swing there and stuff like that. The floor's up at the moment because I've been cleaning the filters up there, and they will be able to crawl out and fall down the steps. So I've got to keep the railings I got, and I'm going to make a few adjustments. Now I'm going to make it look the same as the Japanese railings, just it's going to stay the same colour. I'm going to take these plats out and get rid of these plats because that's the bit I don't like, and I'm going to replace it all. And now it's only going to cost me £17 and some pieces of bamboo. Okay, so the £17 is this. I got some decking here, and there's a reason why I'm using decking. This is a 4.8 metre length. Okay, so that's what it's going to involve. I've got to cut that down both sides to make it fit. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let's hope it turns out okay. I'm going to film it now all the way through. So if you've got just standard railings like this, you can do a few minor adjustments, but saying minor, I think it's going to take me a good day to do this job. There's a lot of fiddly work involved. I'm hoping it's going to look good. We'll see at the end. Okay, so let's go and cut out the wood and get it all marked up, and I'll show you as I go. Catch you in a bit. Okay, so I'm in the workshop now. I've got me length of decking board, and what I'm going to do is I got to narrow it down, unfortunately, so I'm going to cut it either side to make it equal, make both sides look similar rather than cutting off all one side. So bit of a pain because I'm going to use me bench saw to do this job, and I've barely got enough room in the workshop to put this link through, so we'll see how it goes. Well, here we go. I'll give it a go. It's going to get noisy, but I thought I'd show you what I do when I cut it all down. Okay, so that's one side. There's a piece of batten I can use on something else. Now I go cut the other side. I'm very pleased with that because there's no beveled edge or nothing. It's nice neat cut. So I'm going to do the other side now. Okay, so I've done both sides now. What I'm going to do is just give it a sand down on the sides, neaten it up a bit. The reason why I've chosen the decking wood is because it's the same as all the wood that I'm going to be attaching it to. It's all the same kind of wood. It's all for decking. So decking banisters and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do now is, like I say, give it a little sand down, not too much, and going to paint it. And then give it 2 coats and then it'll be ready to go into place. We'll see how it looks. Catch you in a bit. Okay, so I've sanded it down, give it a little sand down now. What I'm going to do next is give it a coat of paint. Sorry about the filming, but I can't fit it all in the workshop. What I normally do, what I use all the time is, you can't see the name of it, but it's duck's back. Painted over it. I'm pretty sure it's Couponol. Yeah, it's Couponol. Okay, so what I do, this stuff's really good. I use this a lot in my garden on a lot of things. Really good. It lasts a long time as well, especially if you're not walking on it like anything really. I'm going to coat that both sides twice, 2 coats, and then that'll be ready to be put in place. Before I put this in place, I've got a lot more work to do on the railings, so what we do, we'll go back out there in a bit and I'll show you what I'm doing next. I'll get on with this and I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, so I've given the decking board 2 coats of black. That's back. What I'm going to be doing now, one of the reasons why I don't like these railings is because of the red plaques. I don't like them. They don't go right, so it's time they come out. So I'm going to take these out. I'm going to take it out with one of these. I don't know if you've ever seen these flexible shafts there for getting around the corners. I mean, this really ain't in any interest of you guys really, but I've got to keep these posts, so getting these out in any way I can without damaging the posts will be good. So I'm going to get on and get them out without breaking them up, and then I'll let you know what I'm doing next. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing now, like I say, I'm going to measure it down. I always go by inches as much as I can, and what I'm going to do is from there, I'm going down 7 inches. That's not very good. Shouldn't make it very well. There we go. What I'm going to do is go along and measure down 7 inches on all of them, because they all got to be cut. And I've decided 7 inches is a good height. And then I've got to cut it again. I've got to do another marking and cut it again. So there's got to be 2 cuts. It's going to be difficult because these, once I cut there, they're all going to be loose. So it means I've got to try to hold it, or maybe put something along there to hold them all together and then cut them all again. I'll see how it goes. It's going to be a bit of a messy job, but I'll try to film as much as I can. Okay, well, I'll go on and mark them and back in a bit. Okay, so I brought the camera up. As you can see now, I've marked it all. I ended up marking it with a chisel, and I was getting a problem by going 7 inches down all the way. I noticed it was going out, so what I've done is I put a piece of wood up to it, the same thickness, and clamped it to the railings, and then marked top and bottom, and I put a spirit level on, so they're all straight. But the trouble is, as you know, that if the top's out and that the middle's level, it could look wrong. But I'm going to take that risk because I don't want to run out with it, if you know what I mean. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, if it does, it doesn't notice too much. It's only out, what is it, about a centimetre, if that, a couple of mil. So we'll see how it goes. Right, I got to try to cut these out, and they've got to be straight, and that's going to be difficult. So what I'm going to be using is my jigsaw, and the reason I'm using a jigsaw is because it's the only way I can get in between all the slats. I'm going to chop the top first, because then I got a better hold on the bottom when I do the bottom, because they're going to be free and loose when I chop the top. So let's give it a go. Okay, so I can't get the camera over here. I need to face this way when I'm doing it, or otherwise I'll be doing it left-handed, if you know what I mean. So what I've decided to do, I cut one. It's very difficult holding the other one in place. So what I do is cut up to near the end on both, and then just chop it off. Then it makes life a lot easier. So I'll get on and do them all, and then see what goes next. Okay, so as I thought, the ones in the bottom are some are attached, some aren't attached. There we go. Cut me slot in the middle. If this don't work, I think I'm in trouble. In case I rethink. There it does look a mess. But anyway, let's get on with the next job. See if I got to think what I got to do next. It's easier to build from new than modify something. When you modify something, it takes a lot of thinking, and you got to try to get it right, because you're changing something that wasn't built for the modification that you're doing. So it's kind of risky, and let's see how it goes anyway. Okay, so here's the piece of decking that I painted. I cut down, you see me cut down earlier, and now I'm gonna see if it'll fit in the grooves. I got a bit of leeway with it all, really, and then there we go. You can kind of see what it's going to look like now. A bit of a mess, really. It's all over the place. Now what I'm going to do is start screwing into it all and try to get all the ones level and look straight with the top ones. But there's something else I'm going to be doing with that. I got to think, because I've got to fit some more stuff in there. I got to figure out how to do it, because I'm going to have to take it all apart to do these other bits. So I've got to really think of how I'm going to do that. I think I've got an idea. Hopefully it ain't too difficult. Okay, so I'm pleased with that. It's a mess at the moment, but I'm sure by the end of it, it'll all come together. Repaint it all up, and hopefully it'll look alright. Like I said, with the jigsaw, it's the only way I could cut them, unless I take all the railings apart, and I can't do that because some's nailed in and it just destroy, and I may as well start from the beginning. So I've had to use a jigsaw, but a jigsaw has never give you a straight line. That's my worry, and that is what happened in quite a few of these. So I'm just hoping by the time I pull it all together, I can make good of it. So let's see how it goes. That is the only way I can do it. Because the posts are so wobbly, if I've got a handsaw, they just get a mess. It's the only way I can think of doing it. Let's see if it turns out well. Alright, let's get on with the next bit. I'll just go and get my screws and we'll start screwing it in. Okay, so I've fixed all the bottom rails in now. It's looking good. I'm really pleased with it. I've got to do my next stage now. So what I've done is measured the distance between there and there, then done the same up there, from there to there, got a centre at the top, and screwed it in, put a pilot hole in and screwed them all in, and then all I done was went along to the next one, to the next one, and then to the end. It's a good job I used the decking, because the decking was quite good in the fact that underneath these landed center of the two grooves, the three grooves, so I was able to put my fingers there and get the center of that there as well, so that made it good. Okay, so really pleased with how it's looking. Obviously it's going to need a paint job. They were in need of a paint job anyway. I think I only painted them once in the 7 years they've been there, so they haven't done too bad. So yeah, really pleased with that. Get on with the next bit. Okay, for the next bit, it's going to be a little bit of a fiddly bit, but what I want to do is add the bamboos. So what I've done, I've made up like a template that will fit the bamboos in. And then what I've done, I've got the two, there's going to be 6 altogether, 2 posts, and then put the template up to it, and then I'm going to screw or drill 19 mil holes, and I've only got to go down a certain depth, so it's going to be, I got to measure that up and get that right, so all the bamboo fit in and then slots back into the fence. So yeah, let's have a go at that in a minute. Okay, I'll see if I can show you some of it, what I'm doing. Okay, so that's the sunken bit there. I'm going to go from the top, and then so these, let's check, I think they're 8. Yeah, they're 8. The gap I got in between is 6 1/4. So I want to go about 1/2 inch in on each one. So what I'm going to do, if I mark the, if I put something around these at 1/2 inch. So what I've done with my drill bit here is taped to mark it. And what I'll do is, these are going to be going opposite each other like that. Like that. So what I'll do, if I do that, hopefully this is going to go right. If it don't, I've got problems. Top one then knocked me out. Not good. Okay, so see what happens with that. Okay, so I got me marked my holes. It's not going to matter if 1 or 2's out. It's not. Not going to show the bamboos are bent themselves, so it's not going to be too bad. So that is just to hold them in place. They will wiggle around. That's going to happen because all bamboos are different. But what I've got to do is make sure that if it's slotted like that, it's not going to come out. Okay, so that was over that side. So if I go like that to that side, then hopefully it'll fall the same. Hopefully. Now I'm going to go and chop up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 15 of them. There's 3 lots, so there's 3 lots I've got to do of these. So when I've done it, I'll get back to you. Okay, so I fitted in the bamboos now. There they are. I'm pleased with that. It's all looking good. Coming together how I imagined it. Yeah, I'm really pleased. So I just built them as a panel and then fitted them back in. Now what I've got to do is screw it all together. So I'll put some screws in under there to hold that to there. Do the same the other side, then I'll put some screws up into there and to hold this top piece in. So I'll get on with that, and then it's a case of painting it. Okay, so that's it all done. I'll give you a little show around in a minute. Went really well. Hope you got something out of it. A few miscuts like I was expecting. By doing it with a jigsaw, it's not going to be perfect, but to take all the railings down, I may as well have put new in. So I saved myself a fortune for a few miscuts. I might try to get some silicone to go around the drums there and make it look nice and neat. But other than that, I'm really pleased with what it looks like, what it's turned out like. It's much better. The red plaques were fading away anyway, but I didn't like them for a long time, so I'm glad I got them out and replaced it with the bamboo strips. So yeah, it's all painted up. I'll give you a little show around now. Thank you for watching. I hope you get a lot out of my videos. Got quite a few more jobs coming up. Obviously, like I said at the beginning, this is July. So I'm gonna, any work I do through the year, I'll put it up through the winter when I mainly do all my jobs anyway. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll give you a little show around. hope you get stuff out of my videos, really. If you want to see me do lives and stuff like that, I do on my Facebook, Japanese Garden Bristol. If you want to see any of my interviews, go on my website, same name, Japanese Garden Bristol, and visit my garden. And so yeah, I'll give you a show right now.